Yo, so guys, welcome back to another video. This is another Defunctland, however you say it, reaction. And I really enjoyed the last one. It was Action Park, I think it was called, yeah. The history of Action Park. And, I mean, the story of it was really interesting, but the actual, like, the documentary sort of style, and just his editing or whatever, I really enjoyed it. And a few people asked me, basically, if I wanted to react to more of him, or if I was going to react to more of him. And I didn't have any specific suggestions, but I went on his channel and I saw the most viewed one. I think, yeah, his most viewed video. And it was the history of the Nickelodeon Hotel. Never heard of it. I know Nickelodeon is obviously like a kid's channel. I didn't ever used to really watch it. I did have the channel, but it was one of those channels that I'd always watch if the channel I liked wasn't showing anything good, kind of thing. Because I feel like the only show that I actually enjoyed in it was SpongeBob. I was never truly into SpongeBob, but I did enjoy it. So, I mean, that's what I know about Nickelodeon. Probably other shows that I will learn about that I know will run it as well. But yeah, man, I mean, the channel is interesting. I don't know if people are going to be interested in these kinds of topics. So this is just sort of like a tester to see how it goes down, really. But yeah, we're going to react to this. Hopefully going to enjoy. Quick shout out to my Instagram, my Twitter links in the description for those interested. I've been doing Q&As on my Instagram recently. I know I'm mentioning this a lot on my channel, but I've been enjoying it. And people just ask me whatever, really. So, I mean, if you're interested in that, follow me, and links to my Instagram in the description. Save my Patreon links were there for those interested. But let's get into this one, man. It's a 20-minute one, so I'm interested in seeing what he has to say about a hotel. Let's get into it.
In 1999, the children's network Nickelodeon was changed forever with the premiere of a new cartoon series named SpongeBob.
So SpongeBob is the biggest show on Nickelodeon. Secondly, SpongeBob started in 1999. I thought it was a newer show than that. I thought maybe like 2004, 2005.
SquarePants. Nickelodeon had developed many popular TV shows in its 20-year existence, but it had never had a hit like SpongeBob. The show debuted to high ratings, with an audience comparable to Nickelodeon's
I know this show.
biggest series at the time, Rugrats.
Rugrats, that's the one. See, I did know it. Wasn't this shown on Cartoon Network? Am I tripping?
But SpongeBob found massive success in an area that other Nickelodeon shows hadn't: merchandising. The company had purposefully shied away from extending the brand too far from the network itself. While Nickelodeon had turned some of its properties into toys, feature films, and video games, they feared that too much merchandising would contradict the brand's goal of appealing to young audiences. Nickelodeon was supposed to appear as a network run by kids, for kids, and the executives believed that children could tell when they were being advertised to, thus interfering with the channel's primary objective. On top of this, a general distaste for the Walt Disney Company and its practices had solidified Nickelodeon's motivation to limit size and avoid feeling corporate. All of this was thrown out the window after SpongeBob premiered. The potential profit from merchandising the show's characters and setting was too large to ignore, and the title character would turn into Nickelodeon's unofficial mascot, its own Mickey Mouse, within just a few years. It appeared as though Nickelodeon was cashing in, but they were still concerned with expanding outside of their comfort zone and tarnishing their brand. In lieu of building its own stores like Disney, a type of project that was deemed too risky, Nickelodeon instead licensed its properties to anyone that wanted them. If you could slap a SpongeBob sticker on it, then Nickelodeon would sign a document that legally allowed you to slap a SpongeBob sticker on it.
Oh, wow.
And since they were already beginning to look like their main competitor, why not act like them too? And what's more Disney than rushing into a huge, difficult project fueled by temporary success? Welcome to the Nick Hotel. Going up?
This is going to be an interesting one, man. I'm interested in seeing what kind of stuff was in this hotel. Like, what? How can you make a hotel about Nickelodeon? Like, what's going to be in this? Is it like cushions with SpongeBob on it? Or is it like more in-depth things like SpongeBob seats or SpongeBob food? Like Krabby Patties and stuff. This channel is good though. I like it a lot. Shout out Kevin. Kev Dog.
On October
Why is it so dark in here? My lights are wrong.
October 9th, 2003, Nickelodeon announced that they had formed a partnership with the hotel chain Holiday Inn for the purpose of transforming its Orlando resort, the Holiday Inn Family Suites Resort, into the first ever Nickelodeon hotel. The property was less than 5 years old, having just opened in the summer of 1999. The resort was Holiday Inn's first all-suite hotel, featuring 800 suites, 2 pools, water playgrounds, a restaurant, and a food court. The hotel was located just east of the Walt Disney World Resort, and transportation was provided to all 4 Disney parks. Nickelodeon had originally considered constructing a new resort themselves, but decided against this due to their constant fear of failure. Orlando was of course the perfect location for the resort's pilot test. It had a huge tourist population of families and young children, and the company had 2 attractions at Universal Studios Florida, Nickelodeon Studios and the newly opened Jimmy Neutron's Nicktoon Blast. The Holiday Inn was located closer to Walt Disney World than it was to Universal Studios,
Orlando's just got everything,
but
hasn't it?
Nickelodeon would take what they
Literally.
could get. During the announcement, Nickelodeon revealed that they had plans to build 4 more resorts throughout the country. The transformation of the Holiday Inn Family Suites Resort was to be completed in early 2005, and the renovation would cost an estimated $20 million. Nickelodeon began advertising the resort leading up to its release, and parents began to book their stays at the new hotel.
Did you hear? Nickelodeon has built a hotel just for you. Opening this Memorial Day, the brand new Nickelodeon Family Suites by Holiday Inn in Orlando, Florida. You get your own bedroom. Sweet! 2 humongous pools, slides and flumes, a giant arcade, character breakfast, and live Nick entertainment. Parents can book reservations by logging on to www.nickhotel.com or call 1-866-GO-TO-NICK.
On March 9, 2005, the Nickelodeon Family Suites Holiday Inn, commonly referred to as the Nick Hotel, opened its
Bro, this just looks like the most basic hotel already. If you're gonna make a hotel, make it like look cool, man. I mean, maybe to kids this looks cool, but to me this just looks like red paint with. I mean, it literally looks like what it is, but like it's just there's not anything like sticking out about it. Where's like the flashy lights? Where's all this kind of stuff?
doors. Guests would walk up to the bright orange resort, with characters peeking through the window of the main entrance. This led to the lobby and check-in desk. There were
What
4
the
room layouts
fuck?
that guests could choose from.
Bro, it looks like a school sort of a school like waiting room or something, or maybe not a doctor's waiting room. I mean, I can sort of see the Nickelodeon sort of style, but like it ain't that like. If you're a kid, are you gonna be that interested? I mean, maybe you would actually. I can't speak for kids. Maybe if I was younger and I saw this, I'd be like, oh my god, this is the best place ever. But
The first was a 1-bedroom suite designed for 1 to 2 people. This included a king-sized bed, full kitchen, and a dishwasher.
They got
The
kitchens, to
second
be
was a
fair.
2-bedroom kid suite. This included a private parents' room, a living area, a bathroom, and a themed kids' room. The kids' room would either feature a bunk bed or 2 twin beds, and the rooms were themed to different Nickelodeon properties, such as SpongeBob, The Fairly Odd Parents, Jimmy Neutron, Dora the Explorer, Rugrats,
Doris from Nickelodeon. I didn't know that.
Danny Phantom, and more. Guests could request a specific character room and would be assigned to it if available. The kids' rooms also featured a television, and some came with a PlayStation 2. Guests could rent games from the hotel for $5 or bring their own. There was also a CD player and an activity table in most of the suites. Unlike the parents' room, there was no door separating the kids' room from the living area. This was due to a county law restricting doors on kid suites for safety reasons. The parents' room was unthemed and featured 2 side tables, a closet, a 25-inch TV, and a makeup desk. The main living area featured a pull-out couch, a rocking chair, a dining table, and a 25-inch TV. The third suite layout was a 3-bedroom kid suite.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, these are big places. Like, I wasn't expecting the hotels to be this big.
This came with 2 private parent rooms, both with king-sized beds, a themed kids' room with a bunk bed and pull-out cot, a full kitchen, a full dining room, and 2 bathrooms. The fourth and final layout was Nick Hotel's honeymoon suite, called the Nick at Night Suite.
Oh, yeah.
This included a heart-shaped whirlpool, mood lighting, scented bath lotion, an extra-large shower,
Shower for 2, baby.
and only 1 private bedroom.
Leave those kids at home.
For some reason, these rooms didn't last very long, and it seems that they were discontinued within a few years of the hotel's opening. All suites had the option of a wake-up call from a Nickelodeon character, and simple room service was available. The suites opened from the outside, resulting in the kids' suites having no windows.
Bro, that looks big as hell. From the other side, it doesn't look that big. From here, it looks huge.
14 6-story buildings housed the suites. The main structure comprised of 9 buildings, enclosing the lagoon pool, and the other 5 buildings enclosed the Oasis pool. The main area also featured the lobby, the fitness center, and Studio B, which was a space for special events such as conferences, birthday parties, and starting in 2009 for unexplicable reasons, weddings. The lagoon pool featured a basketball court, mini golf, a pool and a kiddie area, the Lagoon Bar and Grill poolside restaurant, and a large water park, the main attraction for children staying at the resort. The water park featured large cutouts of Nickelodeon characters, multiple water slides, water features, and a large water bucket at the top of the structure.
I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't actually look. I mean, I don't know if I'm just being nice here. It doesn't actually look that bad if you're a kid coming here. I didn't think it was going to have all this stuff. I thought it was just going to be like a hotel, like just with nothing really there, maybe like a swimming pool, and that's it. It's got all these different things. Some of them maybe aren't actually that needed, like the wedding rooms or whatever, but it doesn't look that bad, to be
This would
fair.
periodically fill up, tip over, and douse guests with water. And at certain times of the day, the water would be colored green to simulate slime. This was treated as a special event, with hotel employees gathering everyone and getting them excited for the mass sliming. The Oasis pool area featured another poolside bar, a kiddie area, a spa, and a less elaborate water park. This was supposed to be the more relaxing area than the often crowded lagoon pool. In between the two hotel structures would be a building referred to as the mall. The mall featured an arcade, a kids spa, and a gift shop, which sold both Nickelodeon and Universal Studios merchandise. There was a 4D theater, which had a 3D screen, moving seats, bubbles, and water effects. This would show a SpongeBob 4D film, as well as 15-minute highlight reels from recent movies, such as the Ice Age franchise, and later, Pacific Rim. There was also a theater named Studio Nick for game shows and live character shows. When the hotel opened, Studio
Bro, this is kind of cool. I'm looking at this like, what? This is. If I was a kid, this would be
Nick
sick.
had two game shows, Who Knows Best and Nick Live. Who Knows Best was a game show that tested how well families knew each other, while Nick Live was a show in which families would compete against other families in physical challenges and trivia, with the winner getting slimed. A smaller scale version of this show called Nick Live Poolside would be performed by the Lagoon Pool, with a small dunk tank dedicated to the show. The Nick Hotel also had a wide array of dining options. The mall had its own food court, with restaurants rotating in and out from time to time. Restaurants included A&W, Pizza Hut Express, Antonio's Pizzeria, and Starbucks. There was a buffet open for breakfast and lunch, an adult bar named the Nick at Night Lounge, and the hotel's signature restaurant, the Nicktoons Cafe. This reservation-only character dining restaurant served a breakfast and dinner buffet. The main appeal of the Nicktoons Cafe was, of course, the character meet and greets.
And now, a brief tangent on Nickelodeon character costumes.
The Nick Hotel allowed guests to meet many of their favorite Nickelodeon characters. There were meet and greets set up throughout the hotel, Studio Nick character shows such as SpongeBob Live, and dance parties in the pool area. The art of turning a two-dimensional cartoon into a three-dimensional walk-around costume is underappreciated. If done correctly, it can bring a beloved character to life. If done incorrectly, it is creepy. Today, Disney's walk-around characters rarely come off as unsettling. This is because of the talented actors that portray them, the brilliant artists that design them, and years and years of trial and error. Nickelodeon did not have the benefit of the latter. All of the Nick Hotel character costumes seem to be designed in such a way that the characters appear as though they are always smiling for a picture. However, this only works if they are staring directly at the camera, which they almost never are. On the other hand, Disney's costumes are designed to be multi-purposed. For instance, when Mickey is smiling for a picture, he will tilt his head up slightly. By design, he appears to be smiling more from this angle. When he tilts his head back down, he is still smiling, but it is more neutral, as opposed to relentless and terrifying. Also, most Disney costumes are designed for some amount of neck movement. This gives the characters more life, as they don't appear as walking sculptures. Many of Nickelodeon's costumes featured heads that were too large to move. This resulted in a surplus of premium-grade nightmare fuel. Made worse if the children actually did have a nightmare, they would turn on their bed light to reveal the character staring at them while they sleep. In short, every character at the Nick Hotel looked like they were on drugs at all times. Characters appearing at the resort included SpongeBob, Squidward, Sandy, Patrick, Mr. Krabs, Dora, Boots, Diego.
Bro, that is some creepy Dora and Diego. That Dora and Diego are wild, man. Bro, they look like they're... Like, they look Chucky-esque, I'm not even gonna lie.
Blue, Danny Phantom, Aang, Cosmo, Wanda, Jimmy Neutron, Angelica, the Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Millie and Geo of Team Umizoomi, Ming Ming Duck Ling, Fanboy and Chum Chum, Chase and Marshall, the Paw Patrol dogs, Pablo, the Bubble Guppies, and Little Bill. The costume designs improved over time, but they were still not optimal for character shows.
But Squidward, today is the day that we honor the greatest sandwich in the 7 seas, the Krabby Patty!
Behind the mall, there was a man-made lake. While it was not accessible to guests, various statues of Nickelodeon characters were placed on it. The hotel also had Christmas festivities named the Let It Snow Celebration. The resort was decorated in bright Christmas lights, and it offered hot chocolate and s'mores around fire pits. Many of the walk-around characters were dressed in seasonal costumes. and there was a special Studio Nick character show called Celebrate Nickmas. So, how much did it cost? The renovation to create the resort.
Bro, it must have been bags. I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be like plus 15 million. I'm gonna guess like, I might be so out of the way here. I might be just guessing it's too much. I'm gonna say 12 million. I was gonna say 15 million, but that's a lot. 12 million.
Ended up costing around 25 million.
Well, there we go. 25 damn million, and this is 20 years ago. That would probably cost like what, 50, 70 million now? Maybe not that much, but a lot more.
And a total of 777 suites were available to book. Prices fluctuated throughout the year. A 2-bedroom kid suite cost between $135 and $275 a night, while a 3-bedroom kid suite cost between $300 and $600 a night. The buffet was around $10 for adults, $8 for kids, and free for anyone under 12. The Nicktoons Cafe character dining cost $17 for an adult and $10 for kids. An all-access wristband in later years would allow guests access to the 4D experience and other activities in the mall area. This cost around $20. So if you did the math, a family of 4 spending 2 nights and a full day at the hotel would cost over $750 during peak season. While this was expensive, the Nick Hotel operated as a resort, with enough activities and attractions to keep guests.
And it is in Orlando. In Orlando, the weather's lovely. There's all these different things. I can see that. Maybe you can just go out and like explore Orlando at the same time, not just staying here. I can see. I mean, I'm looking at this hotel. It does look pretty cool. I wasn't expecting it to be this cool. I thought it was literally just a small, like, little hotel at the start, and I was wondering why does this not look flashy or anything. But there's a lot of aspects to it. But again, I can see why maybe it failed because it was so expensive.
On property during their stay. This was different than Disney, as more often than not, Walt Disney World Resort hotel guests will be purchasing tickets to one or more of the property's theme parks. On April 30th, 2005, just over a month after the Nick Hotel opened its doors, Nickelodeon Studios at Universal Studios Florida closed. A time capsule had been buried outside of the studio in 1992. Kids voted on what they wanted to be placed in the capsule, and items such as a Back to the Future VHS, an MC Hammer CD, and a Nintendo Game Boy were buried. The capsule was to remain for 50 years, to be opened in 2042. After Nickelodeon Studios closed, the time capsule was moved to the Nick Hotel where it was reburied and displayed for guests. The Nickelodeon Hotel continued to operate normally for over a decade, adding new entertainment options and shows periodically. In May of 2012, Double Dare Live, a new game show at Studio Nick based off of the hit TV show, debuted. In 2014, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Summer of the Shell began. Some rooms were rethemed to the heroes, and a laser maze based off of the TV show was added to the mall. In 2015, the Nick Hotel celebrated its 10th anniversary, but just a month after the celebration ended, the Nick Hotel would receive some devastating news. On January 29, 2016, Nickelodeon announced that the Nickelodeon Family Suites would be rebranded back into a Holiday Inn. The news, while sad for many, was not necessarily shocking. There were a few signs that the Nick Hotel might not be around for much longer. For one, Nickelodeon had a severely reduced presence at Universal Studios Florida, since Nickelodeon Studios had closed in 2005 and Jimmy Neutron's Nicktoon Blast had closed in 2011. While walk-around characters still appeared at the park, there was no attraction dedicated to Nickelodeon. This made marketing the resort and the park together slightly more difficult, and more than anything, it was an indication that an era of Nickelodeon was over. By 2016, the original branding was dated, as all of the shows, except SpongeBob and the Fairly OddParents, had ended. Another issue was that the concept for the resort was flawed from the beginning. The Nick Hotel operated like an all-inclusive resort, similar to those found in tropical destinations. The problem was that the Nick Hotel was in the middle of Orlando. This made guests feel claustrophobic, as the resort was not sitting next to an ocean. They also wanted to go experience Orlando's many attractions. But for the price of the Nick Hotel, guests needed to stay on property to get their money's worth. However, these were all minor issues. The biggest reason for the debranding was Nickelodeon's new partnership with Charisma Hotels. This was created to build Nickelodeon resorts throughout the world. The company had never gone through with the plans for expansion with Holiday Inn, most likely due to the Nick Hotel not being a massive success. The resort was popular, but it was clear that the Holiday Inn concept wouldn't work outside of Orlando. The first Nickelodeon resort with Charisma Hotels would open in Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic later in 2016. The new resort would have many attractions similar to the Nick Hotel, but it had a more elegant and subtle design and was located on a beach. The Punta Cana resort was met with glowing reviews, and another resort is set to open in Riviera Maya, Mexico in 2019. Since Nickelodeon was focusing on a more luxurious resort brand, they decided to end their licensing contract with Holiday Inn. There was also one more reason for the closure. The hotel was not in great shape.
The Nickelodeon Hotel, 10 years later. These images may be disturbing.
Oh my days. I can sense a Holiday Inn here. I can see the Holiday Inn here. I can see it. Hidden behind the colours. Oh jeez. The carpet. Oh. Yeah, I can see the Holiday Inn within this place. That is for sure. Oh my days. Oh mate. This blood. Is that blood? Oh my.
By 2016, the Nick Hotel desperately needed a renovation. This meant either updating all of the Nickelodeon characters and properties, or removing them completely. The timing just happened to be perfect to end the contract. The resort was to receive a $30 million renovation along with the debranding. It was set to reopen on April 17, 2016. However, construction delays pushed the project back nearly 2 months. Having been announced in January that it was to close, this put the Nick Hotel in a state of limbo for 5 months, and the hotel stayed open for most of the transformation. During this time, certain activities were discontinued, buildings were being repainted, and logos were being removed. The time capsule was once again dug up and moved to the Nickelodeon studios in Burbank. Less people were staying at the hotel during this time, and the resort felt abandoned. Many of the themed kid suites remained, despite the rest of the hotel being given a blue paint job and replacing all Nickelodeon logos with Holiday Inn. Many of the TVs and appliances had not been replaced since the hotel opened. The mall area was almost completely silent, with many of the attractions and restaurants being renovated or removed. Finally, on June 1, 2016, the resort reopened as the Holiday Inn Orlando Suites. The hotel still hosts
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this Holiday Inn looks 10 times. I'm just gonna show you, yeah. I mean, I don't know, I guess not all Holiday Inns in the US like this. Holiday Inn UK. Let me just show you how it compares. But our Holiday Inns, wait, a Holiday Inn actually, Norwich. Because there's one at the stadium. There's one, this is, there's a decent sports size, decent level sports team here. This is the hotel, and it's literally outside the stadium. I mean, can't even see it. It doesn't look awful, but like compared, to be fair, it actually doesn't look that bad here. I'm not gonna lie, but that's not the best picture. When you actually walk by it, it doesn't look the same. This doesn't make me look good. This actually looks decent. But it's literally just next to the stadium. It's so weird. And you got this big ass one with like all these activities, etc. All these different things that you can do there, and I'm just like, bro, why did the UK just do things so boring? I understand we can't really have swimming pools here and stuff because obviously the UK, the weather's just crap here. But I just want to see Holiday Inn, the best Holiday Inn in UK. Actually looks quite nice, to be fair. To be fair, I mean, some of them look alright. It actually looks better than I thought. I mean, they're not the most exciting, especially compared again to the US ones, but I didn't know Holiday Inns were this nice. Okay, I don't know, I deleted all that. The worst Holiday Inn UK. This is probably irrelevant stuff that people don't care about, but... Now, this is more of the Holiday Inn I'm thinking about, baby. This is more of the Holiday Inn Premier Inn, which is a bit different, but... That actually looks really nice. What the fuck? That's got to be the US. Now, the worst Holiday Inn USA. This is the worst Holiday Inn? Bro, look at this. Why is it so nice? Okay, the best. God damn. I could just see this like being in like Las Vegas or something. Look at this. Fucking, and then you've got this one in Orlando as well. Jesus.
family game shows. The food court reopened with some new restaurants.
Sorry for that. I just had to give it a quick look because, yeah, I just found it quite interesting how this is a Holiday Inn in the US, in Orlando. It looks absolutely ridiculous.
The
in a
water
good way.
bucket is now dyed dark blue at certain times. The 4D theater now shows some generic movie. The laser maze is now themed to Batman. And the gift shop now sells both Nickelodeon and Disney merchandise. The prices have also dropped significantly, now typically below $100 a night for a room with a kid suite.
Oh,
the Nick
wow.
Hotel was an interesting experiment to say the least, because it didn't not work. Attendance was consistent, it wasn't completely neglected by either company, and it avoided what would have probably been a disastrous expansion. At the same time, it wasn't perfect. The design was cheesy, the activities were immature, and there was little to nothing for parents. Plus, Holiday Inn, known more for having economical prices rather than luxurious facilities, was probably not the best choice for the partnership. Nickelodeon made the right decision in partnering with Charisma Hotels, and it is possible that many new Nickelodeon resorts will open in the future. While
That
these
is
new resorts
quite
best the
cool, actually.
Nickelodeon family suites in almost every category, it is still disappointing to see such an elaborate entertainment experience disappear. Seeing the debranded hotel, a skeleton of what it once was, is devastating to those that stayed there and the many more that wanted to. While it might be gone, the Nick Hotel leaves behind a decade of memories of Nickelodeon fans having the best day ever.
I like his channel, man. His channel's really good. People may not be interested in this reaction, but if you are, I firstly appreciate it for you watching this far, and secondly, suggest some more maybe from this channel, similar channels out there, these documentary style videos on the most weird just topics. Like, this was just crazy, man. I kind of liked it though, it's cool. Does anyone else just come back and occasionally watch this video? I swear to God, it's a masterpiece. Imagine getting your wedding pictures in front of Squidward's big ass nose. I'll never forget my intense 12-year-old disappointment when the bucket of slime at the pool I waited all day to be dumped on me was food coloured water. I love how he says the parents from his unthemed as if he's disappointed. Nothing says sexy time like ramming each other while a cutout of Nick's character smiles at you. Not having a Krusty Krab restaurant where kids could try Krabby Patty's secret formula was a true disservice to the guests. I mean, that's the first thing I thought of. I mean, you think of it, you're a kid, and you hear at this hotel there's Krabby Patties. You're going to go crazy for that. They didn't even have it. Like, what? Private parents' room. Imagine getting freaky in the Nick Hotel. There definitely was people who did that for sure, for sure. The Cosmo, Wonder, and Little Bill costumes had me rolling. Imagine getting married and then getting a wake-up call from Patrick Star. Oh, but hey baby, where do you want to have our wedding and honeymoon? Nick Hotel agreed. The place looked like a blast for children, but an absolute nightmare for adults. I can see that for sure. It did look quite cool though. I'm not going to pretend it didn't. I think it looked pretty sick, but at the same time. So honey, where do you want to be married? I was thinking the Nick Hotel. I want to vomit every time I hear someone say that Paris is the most romantic place in the world. Try again, sweetie. The Nick Hotel honeymoon suite is far better in every conceivable way. Fuck's sake, man. Hopefully you enjoy this one again. Like I said, it's just some more stuff like this. I mean, yeah, these documentary style videos are just fun to see, but hopefully you enjoy this one. And yeah, until next time, like, subscribe. Peace.